man. You know, this is Shade 45, the Moisture Enterprise special on Halloween, and I think we need to beam Tommy in right now. Let's get Joe Sikora up here right now from Power. I'll press the button. Hey, finally got here, man.
Yeah, it took me a minute.
What took you so long? Yo, Joe, what's up, man?
How you been? Okay.
And man, I just had to, kidnap you from your busy schedule, man.
That was good. It's always the pro. But I can handle it.
I see, man. Season 3, I just beamed you in. You were partially beamed in, but
I know.
You're fully in now. You carry yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I got my man, Mr. Sikora up here. How was Toronto, man? Was it
Toronto, man? We got so much extra love because we knew Whoo Kid. We knew the name to drop.
I know, man. You know, your boy over there sent me the photo. I had to put it up. I said, meanwhile, how is it out there? They took y'all in? Y'all partied hard?
It was my first time in Canada, like spending more than just passing through, and I loved it. It was like, come on, Renee, that vibe in there.
It was
steady.
Lost and Found, right? Yeah, that club was crazy.
And Found. I love that club. That's like my favorite one I've been to. And Canada's, I'll go back there anytime.
And they got all these mixed race girls in there.
A lot, yeah.
I don't know what it is. They just look more different than New York chicks or Chicago chicks or LA. I don't know. Something about Toronto.
It's like less of an, they have their own edge. They have their own spirit vibe. It's great, but less of this, like the aggression for no reason.
That's true. I guess they trust me. That's why I get so much vagina there. They trust me. You know what I'm saying? You can't trust a guy like me.
No. Mistake, but it's okay.
I like the fact that you're very normal with my nigga Spock shit going on right now. I like that, right? I give up,
it's ultra magnetic.
Yo, he said I look like what? Who you said I look like?
Cool Kid.
Cool Kid. Shout out to everybody tuned in, man. Did they react when they saw you? Like you being the bad guy on Power. Like I know a lot of homie fans was going crazy in Toronto.
Yeah, they were. I got a lot of love, but it was different. It wasn't like, yo, Tommy, come here, let me get a picture. Let me get a picture. It's just like, can I buy you a drink?
What?
Can I shake your hand? It was just like this cool vibe. And I said to the owner too, I said, man, you need me to take pictures? And he's like, nah, man, I just want you to chill.
Get the hell out of here.
Time.
Serious?
I said, man, this is what it's all about.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
How's season 3 production coming along?
It's going amazing. You know, Amari Hardwick, who plays Ghost, and me, as everybody knows from the end of season 2, we've gone our separate paths at the moment. So it's been hard on me because I don't get to work with them. You know, obviously, I don't get to work with them as much if we're living our separate. Yeah, exactly. And that guy is one hell of an actor, man. He is just, so every time, the more that I'm away from him, the more you're just like, that guy's a great actor, because I always look so forward to coming to work every day that I get to work with them because it's so alive and playful.
And your preparation is like, you and him.
Yeah.
So in sync.
And we got that vibe. Yeah. So it makes it for a real easy day and a lot of fun. And it's not that that I don't have a vibe with the other actors, but, everybody is different, and Omari and I just have a really strong chemistry, real brother chemistry.
50 Cent, man, he's so heartless in season 2, man.
You never saw that on television, but you never saw that in a movie before, the father killing the son like that.
That is ridiculous, right? Man. I mean, there's no holds barred in anything there.
No holds barred.
If he killed his son, what's going to happen in season 3?
Believe me, I'm surprised every time I read the scripts. The writers are outstanding. Courtney Kemp Agbo, the show's creator, Gary Lennon, one of our writer executive producers, just really phenomenal writers and incredible loose thinking outside the box, but based in reality.
What's up with Lucy Walter, man, aka Holly, man?
Like, that's my girl right there.
Why does Tommy character? What is a character like? Just do anything for her, man?
I think sometimes I feel like Ghost and Tommy are both 14-year-old boys now. See, Ghost is in love. He's regressed to 14 with Angela Valdez, Lila Lauren, and Tommy is falling in love for the first time. So all the other time, that was just tail. You know what I mean? Hit it and quit it.
So now it's upgraded to.
So I think that he, unbeknownst to himself, he fell in love. And so now he's like, what the hell? I think he would talk, do all the pillow. Why are you pillow talking? I get that all the time. It's like, I think he does it, and then he's like, what the hell did I just do? And I think that happens to all of us when we're in love, especially that first time. But, we were young most of the time, and Tommy just happened to be in his, early 30s.
I mean, it made you, like, mess up with ghosts, and it got you looking crazy. Like, us looking from the outside is like, yo, this girl must have, like, the best, poo-tang or something.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
For him to just, like, stop. Especially your character is heartless.
Yeah, that red poontang is cinnamon and sugar. Cinnamon and sugar. Delicious.
Your character, I mean, it's not going to be no different. What's the upgrade for? Can you talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I think that without giving anything away, would be that Tommy is forced to be on his own now because that split is real. And then I think that what Tommy will find and has been finding all throughout season 2 and is now going to be even more grounded in that he's really been doing this himself for a long time. And so I think that it's actually just going to be his awareness, him getting like, I really have been doing this and I am really good at it and I can build and capitalize on it. And I think we're going to see how far away Ghost and Tommy can get before the band breaks, or if the rubber band snaps back together, or if these worlds that are so far apart are actually braided.
Oh my God, I never even looked at it like that. So, man, I'm gonna be checking out for some. You know me, I check it out for the sex and violence more. Well,
that's my world.
You never thought it'd be like ridiculously popular like that though? Like,
well, I mean, I'm not that surprised because.
It's like a virus out there. Like people just like, yo, we gotta get home. Like,
without jocking Fifth too much, I will say this: that guy, because he's so aware of how he got from A to B, he just said He said the first time I met him ever in my life before season 1 started, he said exactly how the first 3 years were gonna go.
Oh wow!
And that's exactly how it's going.
He mapped it out already.
And he said like people that it's really the cultural crossover is going to happen after season 3. It's like you know, and this is bastardizing his words. So take this as my quote then, that it takes about 3 years for urban culture to cross over into the greater scheme of white America, middle America, and then claim it, say it was theirs anyway.
You don't mind being like boxed in as the Tommy character? You love it?
I do love the Tommy character. I really appreciate the Tommy character. I feel like it gets, there's a little of my own history that I get to put into the character as well. And then also it just kind of, I think that it's important for people to see a character like that with white skin rather than just being the black guy every time or the Latino guy every time. So,
are you a gun expert now being on Power?
You know what? I did a lot of gun work before Power too. Yeah, I did a movie called Jack Reacher with Tom Cruise and Jai Courtney.
That's the Illuminati movie. I saw that.
It was actually pretty cool. It was we did hundreds of, we did so many hours of gun stuff just because we could.
AKs and all that.
Oh yeah, that and shooting the 50 millimeter. I was a kill shot at 600 yards, which is bad impressive, but it was pretty impressive, man. 50 millimeter bullets all through the chest like this. I wouldn't
hanging with that guy, man. Oh
Hello.
My God,
yeah.
The interaction with Tom Cruise, man.
Tom Cruise is great. I will work with that guy again in a second. He's a consummate professional, and listen, any the negative stuff about Tom that people say, I didn't experience any of that.
Oh, that's good.
Nothing but gracious. I went out to eat with the guy a few times, hung with them, personal time, and that guy he's just this. If you don't bring your A game,
he'll tell you too.
He'll tell you won't be around very long.
No, for real.
Absolutely, Tom will cut you. Hey, listen, you just stepped up onto the team. He'll cut you to the B team first, and then you're gone.
That's crazy, man. He respects his career.
He respects his career. He respects his craft, and he's a nice guy. But just don't slouch.
And this avocado thing with him, like he really loves avocado like that with toast, with spaghetti. And
who doesn't?
Like that.
That's one of my favorite things at the cafe. If you want to get all uppity, you go to that Cafe Jeton down there on what is that, Mott Street in Prince. Get the avocado with the red pepper flakes. You pay $14. You want to shoot yourself in the face afterwards?
It's a Scientologist plate.
I would say, listen, if being a Scientologist means you remember my name and are nice, I got no problems with Scientology.
We're gonna get into a power mix real quick. Of course, I'm gonna let Mr. Joseph Sikora DJ old 50 Cent set before we come back.
Perfect.
And I know you're from Chi-Town, but I just have Mike Tyson up here, and I want to know. He did a Tupac mix. Do you identify anything with Biggie since you're from Chicago? Are you a Biggie?
What's the Biggie Chicago?
No, I mean I was supposed to do a B.I.G.
Wouldn't
mix.
Wouldn't it be Common and Kanye and stuff like that?
Well, Chicago, I'm gonna give you that too.
All right.
You gotta have that area too. But I gotta do a Biggie mix, and I thought maybe you could help me with that for Halloween.
I could do some of that, man.
Let's see what we could do, man. I'll let Joe get on 1 and 2s, and we'll be right back. In your mouth.
Yeah.
Phone lines is super hot, man. I got Mr. Tommy up here shooting it up. We just did a power mix. Shout out to 50 Cent on the check-in. Of course, he just tweeted at us. And, of course, Mr. Joseph, man, what dead rapper you want to rep today, man? I had what's his name do Tupac earlier with Mr. Mike Tyson. Who you want to rep today, man?
You know what? Just because I've always known that there ain't no future when you're fronting.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta give that shout out to MC Breed.
Wow, this is the first ever.
Wow.
You know that, right? I've never had anybody ask for MC Breed before.
Really?
You're actually never gonna be forgotten for this, obviously. And why is that? What's the connection here?
MC Breed, Michigan, Midwest guy, brought that real street game to the scene back in the 80s and up to 1990. I remember that was kind of that cut because I remember that was that one verse. Now it's 1990 and I'm serving them well. I got the rhymes, rhythm, styles, and clientele.
What? Get out of here, man. You had with Renee too much, man.
Look at that.
You mad hard right now.
What? I know.
What?
I can't beat him in pool, but one of these days.
And I overheard Renee say that Tupac, that was the first guy he did a song with.
Yeah, Breed was the first guy to put Tupac on a record, but that's before Digital Underground.
What? Even before Digital Underground?
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here. I didn't know that. You seem to be very in tune with hip hop, man.
I don't know. Like my hip hop knowledge fell off. It was like I was in the 80s and into the 90s, back when I felt like the whole word of hip hop was more inclusive rather than exclusive. Like, yo, I'm about this. You ain't about this. And
it's like about fashion
but it's a little more inclusive now. I don't mind hip hop now. I think that the attitude was that. But I just remember those days of Boogie Down Productions, KRS-ONE, EPMD.
I mean, it was more real and organic, where people weren't like that rich, but people enjoyed and respected what they had.
And it was also like you didn't have to be black or Latino. You didn't have to.
Doesn't matter what color it is.
Yeah, and you didn't have to be like, I'm about I'm about serving people up. I'm about shooting. I'm about slanging. You didn't have to be look at De La Soul. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like that whole thing, the Jungle Brothers, Tribe Called Quest, that whole era of stuff. Was just as important as any of the gangster stuff.
I mean, the worst thing they had was if you stole somebody's verse or line. That's the only thing that started beef.
What was that? Was great. It was
not KRS-ONE body slam.
No. With Gangstar, DJ Premier, when he's calling everybody out on the thing. Remember that record? He's like, listen to y'all who are putting who are calling us out for using this mix. Y'all got to stop that shit.
What?
Yeah. It's called Royalty.
Oh,
that's on that Royalty cut.
Yeah, that beat was hard too.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And he's like, don't put our names. You know how this goes. And I was like,
but the body slamming of PM Dawn was like historical.
That of KRS-ONE jumping on stage body slamming. Yeah, I know. God, we were like this. I am a teacher wisdom. You're like, and then I'm gonna slam it. You're like, okay,
PM Dawn was like 300 pounds. Man.
I know. So Chris is tough.
That was our first wrestling versus hip hop match, man. I don't know what's going on, man. But you, what's your favorite rap song of all time that you rap all the time while you like eating chocolate or?
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, probably my favorite rap song of all time is probably "Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em" by Eric B. and Rakim.
Get the hell out of here! You know that verse for verse?
I don't even know if I could say it like that, but I could definitely be his hype man on it. You know what I mean?
Get the hell out of here!
Yeah. That is just one of the most quintessential hip hop songs ever. It's hard. I mean, I also love that the Juice theme song, the Rakim song too. But man, Fifth's got a million songs that stay in my head. M's got come on.
Well, you're on Eminem's channel right now, so.
Well, you know what? Credit where credit's due. The guy's one of the greatest of all time.
I'm trying to sneak a verse out of you that you would know, like two bars or something. Or
2 bars.
You don't have to be the whole song, but I'm just trying to sneak somebody. There gotta be something that you bathe and you rap with or some shit like.
I don't know. Sometimes when I'm on, I'm so funny like that. Sometimes it'll just be in my head and I'll just kick it out. But sometimes I just I get blank.
When you get like some Kool-Aid, what you want, like some juice or something? Yo, Renee, get this guy some Kool-Aid.
No, we'll stay away from all that. That's what Renee's doing in the room. What is that here? There's one Naughty by Nature on the D Nice album. What's that? Boom Boom. Back. What's that? God, what is that? I love that. Tretch had such a kick-ass verse. Hey, there's one. D Nice's album, To the Rescue.
What?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna set things off with the freestyle to all them little biting MCs with the fleas. Well, here's a bow wow. It takes more than Lassie to pass me. What did you get your gas, G? Figuring you can outlast me. I got the wickedest, roughest renegade styles, black. My name is D Nice, just like I told you a while back. Back with the wild tracks that get wild, see?
Get the fuck out of here.
That's my man D Nice. Yo, D follows me on the Twitter. I love that. That was like one of my happiest days when Moni Love and D Nice.
That's gangster. You know he DJs now. He's like a DJ.
Oh yeah,
DJs
he's
all over.
sick. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man. We're gonna get into all these joints I just got you to talk about, and we'll be right back. I should do it. I never did an MC
To the
Breed
rescue,
mix.
Nice. To the rescue.
Yo,
You got to do that Breed mix.
I never did it before, and because of you, I'm getting into it right now.
Yes.
Any women out there that wants to send me vagina shots, my email is djwhokidmp3@gmail.com because I know Tommy.
There you go.
You can send it right now.
You're welcome.
In your mouth. Phone lines is hot. Power Season 3 in production. Of course, I got Tommy up here, a.k.a. Joseph Sikora. And people know you more for Tommy now when they see you in the streets.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much.
Joseph Sikora, what up?
Every now and again, I get Joseph. It's more the people from Europe.
Get out of here.
They'd be like, Joseph, can I get the picture?
With the accents and all that?
Yeah. I was like, where are you from? We are from Italy.
Get
I'm like,
the hell
you
out
can
of
get whatever you want. You know me as Joseph, but I don't mind Tommy. I don't mind people calling me Tommy.
Especially when it comes to like hip hop clubs and parties, like they kidnapping you now to host them now because of power.
Yeah, definitely.
You're enjoying yourself.
I tend to have a good time.
How do you find your schedule? Like you're busy shooting like almost every day.
Yeah, you just suss it out. I'm blessed to have one of the best in the business setting up my schedule. So shout out to Rene Castillo. So I'm all good.
I need you to do a party with me, like just a turn up guy party.
We got to do that.
That would be crazy if I have you come out and like EDM set, like
easy,
like
easy,
ooh, like go hard.
I
never saw you like turn up before, man.
Oh man, listen, we turn it up in a lot of clubs. What was that one? God, the one that when you couldn't make it, Renee, in
where
St. Louis,
St. Louis.
It was the goat, the old goat or something like that. HG.
It was
HG
crazy
club.
over there.
Yeah, I jumped on the mic. I versed for just freestyle for like 3 minutes.
Yo, y'all gotta start sending me videos. Yo, anytime y'all have a party, just send it to me. I'll put it on my Instagram.
We had a great time.
I always do the meanwhile. Because I'll put me and whatever women going crazy, but then I'll be like, meanwhile, you just like, whoo, like going hard.
I just have a good time at the clubs. I mean, it's you just go there and chill. People usually have a good attitude, and
it's funny because
there to have a good time.
Actors don't really party like that. They'll go to like an event or a movie premiere, but they don't really club. Like, it's kind of cool that you're like.
I have a good time though.
Yeah.
I think people, real recognize real. They're just like, this guy's all right. He's chilling.
And then plus 50 Cent, so you're not gonna.
That doesn't hurt.
You're not gonna have no issues with beef or nothing like that, man.
No. And I come equipped. I got people in the shadows people don't even know about. So I'm all right.
You already talked about the gun experiences, man. Like,
leave the drugs and the guns alone. MC Light is on the microphone.
Woo! This guy's going in, man. Jesus Christ, man. Anything amazing that happened on season 2 that never got released that you wish would have came out?
It's a lot of the scenes do have to
get cut down. I know they edit a lot of that shit.
They really have to edit a lot them down. Off the top of my head, I can't remember, but there were scenes that were cut. Even in season 3 already, I've had 2 full scenes that had to go the way of the dodo.
What?
Yeah, it's a shame.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah. Just time, they run out of time, they run out of budget, they run out of stuff, and so they have to kind of restructure the story, which is not an easy task to do. So that's another shout out to our writers who are really exceptional at all that stuff. And then they have to say, hey, you know what? Tommy brought it so hard that we can cut one of his scenes.
Get the because they got like the real fans that's just like it's like a drug to them, this TV show.
Yeah,
so they watch every little scene piece by piece.
Yeah,
but I know they had I know they had a scene where you shot or did some crazy like.
Oh yeah. There was so in the first episode of the first season, I mimed sticking my gun in the girl's vagina in and out.
What?
Mm-hmm.
And they cut that out?
Yeah, I mean, one of the things, I think it was smart, quite honestly, because you need to slow play some of that stuff. They didn't get know Tommy yet, and they didn't get to know and love the man. So it's a pretty vile and violent thing to just be like, and here's Tommy.
The first scene,
the introduction,
going in the pussy. Man,
he's basically raping a woman with a gun.
I would not have edited that shit, man.
Yeah, you and the 6 other people I appreciate. But for the thousands of people that would have been like, no way am I ever gonna like this guy.
I need that shit for my Instagram so I can shut my shit down. Shit. Yo, man. And 50 Cent, I can imagine how many scenes got cut with him. Like,
I don't think
with his wild ideas.
Well, he does have a lot of wild ideas, but I tell you, Fifth really shows up to play and collaborate. I I've always respected him as a person. Even before I knew him, I respected him as an artist. But I think that as an actor, I have nothing but the utmost respect for him. He takes the craft seriously but lightly, not like I'm an actor now. Let me get my centered and I need my space. He has his lines memorized. He shows up and he's willing and ready to collaborate. He's also like Mark Wahlberg. He has a gift. You know, he's got a gift in his eyes. Like he can have a line that he has memorized in his head, but listen to somebody say it and then respond like a human being. And everybody thinks that easy. It is not easy. And I'm not going to call anybody out or throw anybody under the bus. But I think we all know that there are a lot of other people from a certain section who have tried to do this crossover who they don't get it right here in their chest, in their heart. And 50 does. And he's only going to get better.
Yeah, he's only going to get better. And congratulations to him. They gave him like another TV deal. So
congratulations to Fifth and NBC for being smart.
You got to
knows where the action is.
You might cross over there too. You
never know. I'm hilarious. That's one thing you don't know about me.
Yeah. Yo, man. Big movies coming up, man. I know you're busy with the TV show, but you've done movies before. Anything in the future?
I have a movie that a friend of mine has written that I'm interested in getting produced. Another good friend of mine is looking to produce with me, so we're trying to get that ball rolling. It's a pretty exciting venture. But other than that, man, Power takes so much energy and concentration that I try not to mess around on it too much while we're in production. While we're off of production, there is a movie that I hope comes through about the FBI, the early era of the FBI that I would love to do during the interim, during the break, but we'll have to solidify that. But, Power, I don't mess around because Power deserves all of my attention.
Exactly, man. You got to get millions of freaking interracial kids pissed off, man.
I know. all of them in Toronto as well.
How does it feel? Yo, you got everybody on your jock right now. Like, I know they talk about Empire, but Power always gets that respect. Like,
Power gets the respect, I think, because it's earned the respect. It didn't go out there saying you should respect me, you got to respect me. Here's, we're on this huge major network. Nothing wrong with Empire. I mean, my mother loves the show. But I think Power has earned the respect. They did something that's hard to do, which is they have New York City, which it's very, very New York, but it's slightly different. It's its own New York. It's its own world within this world. Yes, we are in New York, but it's our New York somehow. You know what I'm saying? So these rules definitely are. The whole world is our world. I mean, Tommy's got crazy Herculean strength sometimes, and it's like a perfect shot with a 45 from here. But that's our world. He really is. He's put in that time. So we've built up a truth within our own world, and I think that's monumentally difficult to do, but they did it. 50 gave us that street cred, but they showed up for 50. They stayed for us, and now they're staying for 50 again because his character is, has become so iconic outside of himself.
Mr. Kanan himself, man. That guy is a nightmare. But the number one thing is, Empire is on regular TV, but the fact that people kill themselves to find Power, where, you got to go to another different network and order the shit.
Download it, and people just get like stars for, the 3 months that we're on, and it just happens. But it's worth it. You're right. Yeah, and I think that it's only third season is gonna blow us up too.
Well, I'll be waiting for that. And then so you don't want to talk about the Bieber album that you're on, or you want to talk about that when you come back?
Me and my man Biebers
he's like,
running around naked.
I wanted to keep that.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about that when we come back.
He's adorable though.
Yeah, he is a cute motherfucker, but I don't look at him like
don't
that.
Put Whoo Kid in prison for 5 years with Bieber. That's all I'm saying.
Yo, we out here, man. In your mouth.